Signs that somebody is high on meth. What are the warning signs that somebody's high on meth? And this is not to diagnose anybody. This is to protect yourself. I am a recovering cocaine and alcoholic addict. Those were my drugs of choices. And yes, meth every now and then did slip into it. It was not my drug of choice, but because you snort cocaine, guess what? A lot of people do snort meth. So here are some of the warning signs that somebody is high on meth. And if they are, my suggestion is get away. If you are struggling with meth addiction, definitely reach out for help, because believe me, a sober life is a hell of a lot better life. Hit the like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Love to have you along for the journey. What's up, guys? My name is Eric, and as a recovering cocaine and alcoholic addict, I like to share about my experiences just to help anybody out there who is struggling, because one of the worst things when we're an addict and we decide we want to get sober is that we feel alone. And the other thing is too, sometimes we hear something out there that just kind of connects with us and we're like, dude, maybe I am an addict. Maybe I should get help. And maybe for one of you, this is that video. But here's a couple signs if somebody is actually high on meth, because people don't realize sometimes that what's wrong with somebody. They see somebody and how they're acting, but what drug are they on? And is this maybe meth or is this maybe not? Who knows? Here are signs that if somebody is high on meth. If you're high on meth, one, your pupils are going to get dilated. And you're going to notice that people that are high on meth have very dilated pupils, and they're going to be looking around. So your vision is all over. And it's almost like you become hyper-focused. And you become this overwhelming sense of paranoia and almost hallucinations. That's one of the reasons that you kind of almost get those hallucinations and that paranoia, is because it's like you see so much more than what you had before. So you'll see these people constantly like looking around, and there's a lot of jerking movement, because anything that's off in the distance on the sides that's moving, your eyes are now jerking to it. You'll notice that there's an elevated heart rate and temperature. And how do you really know if their heart rate and temperature is elevated? They're going to be sweating. They're sweating. And they're sweating when the AC is on. They're sweating everywhere. And they're also going to be a lot of out of breath. It's going to sound like they're constantly running. And yeah, no, I'm doing good. And that's because their heart rate is just going at 1,000,000 miles a minute. You're also going to see it grinding of teeth. You end up getting dry mouth when you're high on meth. And one of the things is you get like this locked jaw. And so those sitting there grinding their teeth, out of breath, looking all over the place. I mean, it looks like somebody is literally like, what the hell is wrong with you? Well, odds are they're probably high on meth or on amphetamine of some sort. They're very alert, and they're very physically active too. So they're alert to all the sounds, all the movement, because of these dilated pupils. And you almost get hyper-focused on different tasks, because it does freak you out to a sense. So they'll find one task and they will all of a sudden just focus on it. And a lot of people actually do cleaning, because they'll notice something and they become obsessed almost with having to remove this one spot or clean this one area. But it's a physical activity that kind of gets their body moving, and it almost masks what they're going through and that high that they're experiencing. They're never going to be hungry. That's why you see a lot of people that do struggle with meth addiction. They're going to be very skinny, because you're not going to eat. Amphetamines just do not give you that hunger at all. And the other one is you're going to see big mood swings and outbursts. You can't regulate your emotions. So if somebody's high and low, they're not bipolar, none of that's going on. If you see all these combined and their outbursts are there and they get very angry and paranoid, odds are they're probably on meth. And I mean, meth is a common drug that a lot of people use. When somebody starts using meth, you don't notice right away that they are actually using meth. You don't realize that this is a drug that all of a sudden they're going down that route. And I mean, for anybody who's struggling with meth addiction, I got a link down below to NA. Reach out, tell everybody that you need help, because believe me, they already know that you're an addict. But reach out and ask for help. I mean, I tried to get sober from 23 to 36. That's how long it took me to get sober from alcohol and cocaine. And if I can do it, you can do it. We've all been through a lot. We're all struggle with a lot. I mean, I'm diagnosed with ADHD, PTSD, GAD, MDD. I have self-harm scars. I lost a wife and a father to suicide. I've attempted suicide. And I can tell you this, if I've made it through all of this, so can you. And that's the whole thing, is you can make it through this too. Just don't give up. And that's the whole thing, is just never giving up and going one day at a time. Hit the like and subscribe button, comment down below. Love to hear your comments. And just know that you're not alone.